Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to art. For our project this week, we are going to continue using our observation skills to create different animals and up close. So you see kind of their eye and a little part of their body that surrounds the eye. So I am going to include different types of examples to show you step by step how to create this. For my example that I'm going to show you today, you are going to see me drawing the close-up of a frog. So we're going to start with one piece of paper, and we are going to use a pencil and an eraser as well as a Sharpie, and we're going to color it in using colored pencils. So to begin, we're going to look step by step at how to create our animal eye. So you'll see in the document that I include in this lesson, you will see the different step-by-step directions and details to how you can complete the art of your choice. So you are welcome to choose one of these. You can also come up with your own example and your own idea for the animal eyes that you are going to create. So to start, I'm going to draw a circle towards the center of my paper, and that's going to be for my frog's eye. Now I'm only going to see one eye because frogs have eyes on either side of their head. Some animals you can see both eyes, so it's up to you whichever you want to choose. And then I'm going to draw a curved line that comes over and around, kind of up closer to the front of the frog's face. So this is his snout that I'm drawing here. And then I'm going to draw kind of like the eyelid that's underneath the frog's eye, the pupil, and then when I look at the picture, I see some triangle shapes that go around the frog's eye. I can see his nose, so kind of like a teardrop, the curve going around it, maybe another curve that goes around that one for the frog's nose. And I can see part of the frog's mouth, kind of a curved line that goes around and comes back down with a diagonal line and kind of like a U shape or an arch shape to close it up. So now that I have the basic shape for my frog, I'm going to think about the shading and the lights and the darks around the different pieces of our frog or our animal. So I see like a little light reflecting in the frog's eye, maybe a little light coming from over here as well, kind of going around the frog. Maybe some shadows, different patterns on the animal's skin. You want to leave it kind of basic because we are going to Sharpie and use our color pencils to color in our animal. So just kind of laying out where the different patterns might be, where the different shadows might fall for your animal, and the different details that you see in the picture and in the step-by-step how to draw the different animals and their up-close portrait. So our frog has lots of patterns, lots of shading, because it's a three-dimensional form, it's not flat. Curves around. Even inside the eye, there's lots more shadows that I see. Light and dark areas. All right, so now I have kind of the basic idea sketched out, where there's the different patterns, the different skin colors, this different, where the light is hitting it in different ways. And I'm going to use my Sharpie and outline as best as I can. So now I have where the different areas of the shadows are. I have the eye with some shading inside the eye. I use the shading technique hatching to create these little lines so that I know where it's going to be darker, where there's nothing, it's going to be lighter, and that'll help me as I use my colored pencils to create the skin color and the different shadows and the different light areas for our animal eyes. So for my frog, I can see that the frog has a little bit of green, a little bit of brown, maybe some black areas, maybe a little bit of like a tan or like yellowish tan color. So I'm going to be using more earthy tones to complete my frog, thinking about, you know, the different colors for the eye, the different colors for the mouth, the different colors that go around the frog, and making it really come to life with those lights and darks and creating that value. As you can see, I used value in the eye to go from dark to light, adding some little white areas to make it appear three-dimensional, kind of glossy, like an eye would reflect the different lights. Then I combined different colors together, placing a base color down first, then adding more color on top to create the different shades and colors that you would see in a frog's skin. Now that I have everything blended nicely, I have some shadows, I have areas where it's lighter, where it's darker. I'm going to paint in the top with just a blue color, watercolor. You do not have to use paint. You can use markers, color pencils, or crayons, any materials you have available to you. All right, boys and girls, here we have our animal eye observation. We used color pencils to add shading techniques to make it look three-dimensional. We layer those color pencils together to make it appear as if there are darker and lighter areas, maybe even making the eye look a little bit more glossy in appearance and three-dimensional and round, and then finishing our sky with some paint or markers or color pencils, any materials you have available to you. I hope you enjoy creating this project, and I cannot wait to see your animal eyes. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.